Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching this live on Twitch, thank you so much for being here. And let's move on to our next deck of today. This is Heatmor Raichu, the deck that surprised a lot of people at London just because it was deemed as a fun deck more than anything. I did feature it on the channel as well, and it didn't have as many tech cards. Counter Catcher is definitely one of the brand new cards that allows us, or that makes this deck more viable for sure. But let's review the strategy. So we have 3 Heatmor with Other Sleuth. You flip 2 coins, and for each heads you put a card from your discard pile into your hand. So the whole idea with Other Sleuth is you get to reuse Devolution Spray, you get to reuse Energy Denial Tactics in order to essentially deck your opponent out. We have Raichu with Evo Shock, where when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may leave your opponent's active Pokemon paralyzed. So you have that going for you. You also have Victini, so that you can redo Other Sleuth flips and therefore make sure you always get a card back. And we're also running a single Durant with Mountain Munch. You deal 10 damage and you discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Scrape down. If this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, you discard the top 4 cards of your opponent's deck. So we have that plus Ninja Boy for a really peculiar win condition. We are running Rainbow Energy, so anytime we can use Scrape Down, we will for sure have a damage counter on us. We're also running a Xurkitree-GX with its ability Flashing Head. You prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon that have any special energy, so essentially a wall. And then you get Lighting GX, where you choose a card from your hand, from your opponent's hand, and place it down as an extra prize card. So essentially playing a 7 prize card game. We also have Jirachi with a Stardust attack, where you get to discard a special energy and you become completely immune during your next turn. And then we have a single Lele for consistency. So lots of interesting cards here. By playing GXs, we do allow opponents who play for Guzma to essentially bypass the lock by getting 4 knockouts that way. However, we do have Ninja Boy to compensate for that, and hopefully we'll be able to prevent that. Now the supporters are a lot more varied. We have 4 N, 2 Acerola, 2 Sycamore, a single Brigette, a single Gladion to make sure that we can get anything we need off of our prize cards, a single Lusamine, a single Ninja Boy, which is pretty crucial to be able to use Durant or Xurkitree or Jirachi effectively. You can also, if you've placed a GX Pokemon, you use Ninja Boy, and therefore you can put away the GX back into the deck and prevent the 2 prize cards. We have 2 Skyla to search for the item cards we might need. We have a single Team Rocket's Handiwork, which I'm not a huge fan of. I would have loved to see at least 2, but that's how the list goes. And then we finally have 3 Ultra Ball, 2 Nest Ball, 4 Devolution Spray to make sure that we can reuse Raichu, 2 Counter Catcher to become extra annoying to our opponent's Pokemon, 4 Field Blower because we 100% need our abilities against Gardevoir, 4 Puzzle of Time to be able to reuse any of the cards we do have right now, 2 Rescue Stretcher to put back Pokemon back into play or the deck, and then a single Float Stone to be able to retreat, along with 4 TCG and 2 Rainbow Energy. So this is, yeah, it surprised me too, Lighting GX, not Lightning, Lighting GX. So let's jump into the standard ladder now and see if we can do better with this out of the norm deck. Definitely a very out of the norm deck. So if I had a standard League Cup this weekend, what would you play? I actually have a standard League Cup next weekend, not the one coming, but the one afterwards. And I think I'll just play Gardevoir with max potions. I don't see any reason not to. Other than that, I think Zoroark or Silvally would be the decks I would consider. R1X4L, I'm glad the pick is successful on Facebook. And yeah, today, now it's standard. It used to be expanded, but now it's standard. Okay, so we start off with Victini and we're going second. Thankfully, we do have the Brigette in hand, so that's pretty good. Puzzle, the CDI, it could be good. The issue is the energy, because you want strong to really get the energy going on Puzzle. You want Rainbow Energy to potentially use the CDUI's GX attack or attack with the CDUI. You want TCE to potentially attack with the CDUI. So I think that's the big issue with Puzzle, the CDUI, the energy. And you don't have something like Zoroark. You could run Zoroark, but you don't have something specifically like Zoroark to be able to find you those CDUIs and like get you through the deck. Just Zoroark, the CDUI straight seems a bit better, but we might be up against just that. We might be up against Puzzle, Zoroark, the CDUI. No Puzzle though. No Puzzle. And yeah, I think we definitely have a big auto loss to the CDUI because we have no way to prevent the the damage counter placement from the CDUI. Wow, so how do we even win this match? How do we even win this match? I don't think we can. I generally don't think we can. Okay, my opponent can take a knockout. Yeah, the CDUI has to be an auto loss for this deck for sure. And do I just go double Heatmor here? I think so. Oh wait, what? Do I have 2 Heatmor priced? Are you joking? Okay, interesting. So actually keeping the Heatmor alive is more important than anything. Wow, that's actually awful. That is actually awful. Should I be scared of this deck? No, you shouldn't be scared of this deck. You really shouldn't. And yeah, my opponent, perfect start for him. Definitely a perfect start for him. Yeah, the CDUI is a terrible matchup for this deck. Yeah, so even if you lock something up, the CDUI damage it would be too much to deal with. So I think I'm just gonna save us the time. I'm gonna concede and I'm gonna find a different match here. Yeah, the old abilities used to be shut off by special conditions, but they're not anymore. They're not shut off anymore. Okay, so we do get to go first. The thing is, you can't reuse Acerola enough times, I don't think. It is an option though, it's definitely an option. And wow, our hand is awful. I'm gonna lead with Xurkitree to get some protection and because I can use the GX attack here. So I'm gonna lead with Xurkitree. Xurkitree? Yeah, Xurkitree. We are going first. We top deck a puzzle, so I don't mind that. That actually gives us, okay, gives us an ultra ball top deck, which essentially gives us all we need. Well, we still need a TCE, I guess. I'll just attach to Xurkitree for the lulz. I'm gonna use Lighting GX. Yeah, Acerola I guess would be the only way potentially to do so. I think Acerola would be the only way to beat this deck, I mean the CDUI decks. And there's a Brigette, we see an Oranguru, we see dark types leave, so probably Zoroark GX something. What is the other card? Lighting GX Jello Solo, indeed. We're gonna go for Lighting GX. Chimera tomorrow in Spanish. I might just skip Wailord. But yeah, tomorrow the Spanish stream will have. Oh, he's gonna confuse me. Tomorrow will have. Tomorrow will be a Spanish stream for sure, guaranteed. So that's where we will see Spanish standard decks, I guess. Okay, so Confusion is actually a way to beat this deck. And I'm actually not a fan of discarding any of the cards I have right now. Well, only the Field Blower essentially. And the Raichu, I guess. Counter Catcher seems pretty good here. So I'm gonna grab Lele. With Lele I'm gonna grab Brigette, and I think I'm gonna try to Lighting GX. If I get it, that would be pretty funny. It's only a 50-50 chance though. And then I'm gonna grab double Pikachu and Victini. I believe we're gonna need the Ninja Boy eventually to get another Heatmor probably. And here we go. Can we get it? Lighting GX? No. Not this turn, guys. Not this turn. Oh well. Who actually expected me to get it though? Who actually expected me to get it? There's a choice band. Okay, so my opponent will probably now be able to get the knockout here. And there's the Sycamore. Okay, there's the Rescue Stretcher. Zoroark Break. No Zoroark GX inside just yet. Thank you, BEM. Thank you for the belief. And yeah, now Xurkitree is gonna go down. Even worse to a non-GX. I thought we were going down to the GX, but just gonna get one shot here. And there's an Instruct. So we're gonna lose Xurkitree no matter what. Maybe we could have retreated. What? Huh. Why did my opponent not use stand-in? Okay, I really need something here. Oh, I need those two cards. Okay, I guess he's afraid of the luck here. So let's try Lighting GX again. There we go. So we see a triple hand by my opponent. He does have Xurkitree. Professor, like, doesn't really matter. None of these cards are too important. I guess Lele is worse because that way he can't find Guzma. And now that's the first on the channel. 7 prize cards. Oh, ability. Oh, that's right. My ability. Duh. I completely and utterly forgot about that. Yeah, if it doesn't play 2 stand-in Zoroarks, we can definitely get the luck going. I completely forgot about Xurkitree's ability. Duh. I was wondering why my opponent didn't go for knockout. Heck, yeah, the Lasso GX with Gardevoir will probably end up becoming a thing in the near future without okay, there's the DC. So whenever we do stand in here, I think we have to lose something. We have to, I think I have to sacrifice the Tapu Lele. We know the next card we're going to get is Raichu, right? So I actually don't see why it would be a bad idea to sacrifice the Tapu Lele here. That way we can now trap the stand-in Zoroark, because that's the only Pokemon that can get the knockout, at least so far. There's a stand-in, immediate stand-in by my opponent. When you forget what your cards do. I think it's reasonable to expect Gardevoir, and I think it's reasonable to expect Zoroark Elizabeth, Puzzle Lycanroc, Silvally, Dex, all of those. I think all of those are reasonable. Okay, so the next card we're going to get is the Rescue. Wait, what? I put Rescue Stretcher up top. What is this? I could have sworn I put Rescue Stretcher up top. Okay, let's Other Plus a single heads. I would not like to flip again. I could have sworn I put... What? I could have sworn I put the Rescue Stretcher up top. What went wrong there? What actually went wrong? Okay, we might end up losing this match. Did I mess up? Is the Rescue Stretcher gonna be the next card? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people will just not have cards to build a different deck, so Gardevoir is still gonna be present. But Silvally, Buzzwole, Zoroark, and many decks, the CDY, Lycanroc, and Golisopod, lots of Guardi as well. I think you can definitely expect to play all of those decks. Okay, there's a double energy on Zorua. Did I mess up the puzzle? We didn't shuffle our deck, did we? So I probably messed up the puzzle. My next standard deck for today's stream, or you mean for my like for my tournament play? For the stream, I actually don't have another deck planned after this one, so it can be anything you guys want to see. Okay, there's the Guzma for my opponent. Wants to go after the Heatmor, but we do have Counter Catcher, so finally Counter Catcher will do something for us, potentially. And that's the first Guzma though. Wait, what? Is he seriously just Moonless Madness? Okay, yeah, so I did mess up. I did mess up. I think I just pass here. My opponent's not gonna take knockouts, that's fine by me. He knows I have the Lele in my hand. If Gardevoir disappears, we can see Noivern GX. I don't think so. I think Noivern's just too weak. And like, decks are already playing low item counts because of Gardevoir, so that makes Noivern even less effective. So no, I don't think that's gonna be a good deck. Okay, my opponent now has 2 Rescue Stretchers in the discard pile. He goes for the Evo Soda, nice. Oh, and he plays double stand-in, you're joking. He plays double stand-in Zoroark. So that makes things impossible, I believe. I would need to like power up Xurkitree and knock out the Zoroark. This Zoroark. Oh, he plays triple stand-in Zoroark. What? Are you joking? Okay. I'm not gonna bother with this anymore. Triple stand-in Zoroark and the CDY when we're trying to showcase Heatmor Raichu. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, he was attaching the darkness to knock out the Xurkitree for sure. But yeah, we can't be triple stand-in Zoroark GX. I mean, yeah, triple stand-in Zoroark, impossible to beat. I would like to go first. And yeah, I don't think Gardevoir will ever disappear. I agree with that. I think Gardevoir is here to stay for a very, very long time. Okay, we are going first once again. Can we not play the TDY or can we not play a stand-in Zoroark deck? Okay, so this has stand-in Zoroark, but it's only one. Hopefully. I'm gonna grab Heatmor right away. I feel like I should attach the Rainbow to Pikachu for a potential retreat. And I should just end here. Yeah, BHM, I mean, item lock plus Garbotoxin would be very strong for sure. The issue is actually getting that to work consistently Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and retreat. It's getting that to work consistently when there's Gardevoir that can just wreck through your Noivern's with no abilities, and like Noivern's damage output is pretty bad. Okay, so we see a Mallow for my opponent, and we have the end, so that's pretty good. Such bad luck with the matches. Yeah, kind of. Does Ninja have any hope against Pod Zoroark or Zoroark the CDI? I think it does have hope against both, just because Elizabeth Zoroark runs a fairly low amount of draw supporters. It does rely a lot on Zoroark, and it also runs a low amount of grass energy. So if you're able to deny them like cycling through their deck with enough Shadow Stitching, I feel like it does have a chance. The same applies to the CDI. If they take like a long time to set up the CDIs normally, or to power one up, so if you can get to your Greninjas and keep Shadow Stitching so that the extra damage output doesn't burn you, I do think it's possible. Okay, should I double Puzzle for the Nest Ball here to just get another Raichu? I think so, because we can get the double Puzzles back with Heatmor, and probably the Lightning, I mean the Rainbow, just to have it in the deck. And I'm gonna go for another Pikachu, and now I end, and I disrupt my opponent's Mallow, although I do give him 2 extra cards. There's the Raichu, so we can potentially start some sort of luck. However, like to prevent a free retreat into Golizabud for knockouts, I'm gonna play the Devolution Spray, that way I also have it already in my discard. And now we're just waiting for a DC. Exodome, Alolan Golem GX, I don't think that's very viable. I don't have an Alolan Golem GX deck built. So there's Zoroark GX, so no stand-in Zoroark for now. No stand-in Zoroark for now. The Luxio plus Faulkner from the next set is really what I'm thinking about. I don't even know what Luxio and Faulkner are doing, or do. Luxio logs items? I generally don't remember. I generally don't remember what they do. Okay, my opponent decides to fill up his bench for whatever reason with a Mewtwo and a Mr. Mime. So that makes no sense to me. Now we don't have to worry about stand-in Zoroark, and we're in a pretty good position here. My opponent does have extra Kismas though, although he just played a Puzzle of Time, so that means maximum 6 Kismas for my opponent. Maximum 6, and if we're able to hit Puzzle, or if we're able to hit Puzzle, or I should have attached the Rainbow to Heatmor the previous turn. If we're able to hit a Puzzle or a Kisma with our Team Rocket's Handiworks, we actually could be in a good situation here. I have a couple of turns of the luck here, and I already attached energy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take it slow, I guess. Yeah, no rush, I don't think. Mycelium Guard is still viable in this meta. It's still viable, definitely still viable. It's just not as good as the Max Potion version. That's the thing. Gardevoir never stopped being viable. It's just it's less good than its other counterpart with the Max Potions. It's less stable in the beginning, but has a better mid to late game. Okay, my opponent now has used 2 Puzzles of Time, so he's limited to 6 Guzma now. He's now completely limited to 6 Guzma. I find an N. I do want to leave my opponent's Pokemon paralyzed. Should I just attach the Rainbow? No, I'm gonna end here. Disrupt his top decks as well, and no DC yet. No DC just yet, so we might end up breaking the luck next turn, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. You made a bet with some friends and you have to play a lowland Golem GX at the League Challenge. Yeah, I made a bet with my friends as well. And I have to play Mega Diancie EX at a League Challenge as well. Luxio. Okay, so 30 damage. Yeah, that actually seems it seems decent. It could be good. And hello GD, thank you so much for being here. There's a Sycamore by my opponent. There's Goodbye Stand-in Zoroark and triple Puzzle of Time in the discard pile now, so that's really good. Now my opponent has access to 4 total Guzma only. Okay, and I top deck at Devolution Spray, so this is where we might end up seeing a Guzma, but that's fine. I would like to leave my opponent's Pokemon paralyzed. I guess I'll remove the choice bands just because I can. We don't know if my opponent plays Float Stone, but I would imagine not because he has the Mime and the Mewtwo, so this is probably the exact copy of Tord's deck, which didn't run Float Stone. But no, we're still not gonna find a single DCE here. We're just not gonna find DCEs today. The Shinx can evolve on your first turn. Yeah, I mean, that's looking okay. I feel like the damage output might not be enough, but I mean, there's been successful decks before with such a strategy, so perhaps it could be good. There's the first Guzma. On to Heatmor. That's fine. That is actually fine. As long as we find that DC eventually, we will win this game. Why was 4-max potion not used before London? Well, there are probably many reasons for that. In my case, I had just never tried out the deck. I knew about the deck, I just hadn't tried it out. So that's why I wasn't using it. DZs are for losers. Potentially. Okay, so I'm gonna put back the Heatmor. I'm gonna bench that. I'm gonna play the Devolution Spray. Gonna evolve the other Pikachu into Raichu. Gonna paralyze the Zoroark. And I think I'm gonna bench the Durant or the Xurkitree. Not the Xurkitree. I'm gonna bench the Jirachi, I guess. That's the Pokemon I can potentially Ninja Boy into Durant. And finally, there's the DCE. So we can start getting some cards back. We can just pick up a Puzzle of Time, which would be good. With a single heads, double heads would be amazing. And we do get double heads. I would not like to flip again. So I'm gonna get back a puzzle. And a rainbow? No. And a Devolution Spray. Yeah, now we have Team Rocket's Handiwork, and that's pretty good. Because we get the mill done faster. So yeah, this deck has a couple of auto losses, I guess. Triple stand-in Zoroark, and then what else is an auto loss? Triple stand-in Zoroark and the CDY, and probably Greninja as well. Greninja has to be an auto loss for this deck. Okay, so my opponent shuffles away my puzzles. That's fine. We only get one puzzle back. I have the DCE, I have the Raichu, but I can just pick up a puzzle, and that's good enough. That is just good enough. So I could also I could have Counter Catcher, but I don't think I need to this turn. Just gonna Team Rocket's Handiwork since we did get it back. We discard a Grass and an Ultra Ball, and then we're gonna attach the DCE to Heatmor. And Nekoji, thank you so much for the follow. I actually forgot to move the cheer bar, so let me do that right now. And let's Other Sleuth. We just want one hit, so now I would like to reflip. And one hit is enough to get back a puzzle. And with puzzle, we can get back puzzle and Devolution Spray, and that way we only need one head for Other Sleuth to get back the puzzle. And that's how the cycle goes around. There's a Guzma. My opponent goes after Heatmor. Pretty understandable. Oh, we can't paralyze this turn. we actually cannot paralyze this turn. So that's a problem, potentially. That is a problem. Okay. Because if we can paralyze and we don't have another Heatmor. Okay, so I should not have played the DC, I don't think. So I'm gonna pick up the Heatmor. And I'm gonna pick up Devolution Spray. I don't think there's any way we don't lose the Heatmor. Either to a DC. Well, my opponent has 2 DCs. He probably can find the next one. And the issue is we can't even get a paralysis next turn. That's the bad part. We can use Jirachi, however, to potentially remove a DC and become immune. I don't think I can afford the Devolution Spray. Or what is my play? Yikes. I think it's this way. Yeah, I have a paralysis next turn, so that should help. And I have another sloth right now. So do I attach the rainbow to the Jirachi? Yes. And do I want to Counter Catcher? I don't think I do. I think I want to save that for a more crucial time. And single heads. So I would not like to flip again. I'll just pick up the Devolution Spray. The opponent only has 2 Guzmas left. And if he does Guzma this turn, I keep the DC. If he doesn't use the GX attack, I can knock out with Jirachi. There's a Guzma. Okay, he goes after Jirachi. That's fine. That is actually okay by me. That is actually okay. That's triple Guzma gun now. And we got to keep the DC. So that's really good. That is actually really, really good. Okay, so we're gonna paralyze the Zoroark. We really want a Pikachu though. I feel like we really, really, really want a Pikachu. So I'm gonna Other Sloth, Tails, Double Tails. I would like to flip again. Tails, Double Tails. Ugh. Okay, so that's another way you can potentially lose the game. When you play against this deck, you should target the Pikachus with Guzma. Indeed. That is very true. That's the last Guzma for my opponent. That is 100% the last Guzma for my opponent. So as long as we can paralyze now, as long as we can keep paralyzing, we should be okay. How many energy does my opponent have? He has 2 DCE left. The issue is I can't paralyze next turn. Ugh. The issue is I cannot paralyze next turn. Things are not looking good. I almost clicked no. Okay. Other slots, double heads. Okay, cool. Double heads is nice because we didn't have Victini either. So I'm gonna grab double puzzle. You have a couple of League Cups this weekend. What would be the best play between Gardevoir, Puzzle, Lycanroc, and Ninja? Yeah, I think all of them are viable. The one you know better, unless you know anything about the metagame to make you decide between one deck or the other. I think that would be the tiebreaker, but Nico, thank you for the nice channel name comment. Okay, so oh wow, this Ninja Boy is actually pretty good. The Ninja Boy actually gives us, I should have benched the Durant. The Ninja Boy actually gives us a paralysis turn. So I'm gonna remove the Heatmor and get a Pikachu. Okay, that Ninja Boy top deck actually probably just gave us a win. So I'm gonna paralyze and then I'm gonna double Puzzle of Time. Gonna get back a Devolution Spray and a Lusamine or a Team Rocket's Handiwork potentially. Nah, I'm gonna get double. No, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get Puzzle and Devolution Spray. That way I only need one head to get back a double puzzle. Yeah, that seems like the best play here. And then other slot, we just want one head. 2 would be a luxury. Okay, so we're gonna grab Victini now that we can, and a puzzle. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So we're playing the odds, and we seem to have been able to beat our opponent at this point. Greninja is doable if they bench a Tapu Fini or Starmie. True. That's very true, Atre. That's very, very true. Crimson Akali, you think you'll play Gardevoir? Are there any changes you would make to the Shimatsu's list? I think you can play... I mean, the one thing I would like from Shimatsu's list would be a second Vulpix. So with Gardevoir seeing less play, I think you could cut one Field Blower for the second Vulpix, but I think that's all I would do. I think that's all I would change. And that's only if you know that there aren't a lot of Gardevoirs. If the metagame is stacked with Gardevoir, then I definitely wouldn't do that change. And perhaps the third Kirlia could be the second Vulpix, but I think that's the only thing I would change. Okay, so here we want Puzzle and Devolution Spray, and then we want to get rid of these 2 supporter cards, and we want to get a Victini, right? And don't forget to play the Devolution Spray, Pablo. Don't forget to play the Devolution Spray. I'm gonna attach an energy to Durant. That way we threaten with the mill. And now we just want one heads. There's one. Okay, that's enough. I would not like to flip again. And we get back puzzle. So there we go. Really nice cycling here. Hello, Gameralo. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. We're having fun with Heatmor Raichu. We're making it impossible for our opponent to potentially win here. Okay, so Acerola is actually a pretty good card here. And there's a victory, yeah. So my opponent realizing he had no way to win, discarding the puzzles was his big mistake because I wasn't pressuring him at all. So there was no need for him to just go all aggressive and finding the puzzle, I mean discarding the puzzles to find any more resources, honestly. But hey, let's try another game. And then after that, I think that'll be the end of the stream. I have to go to the doctor to check myself for the cough, to make sure I stop coughing sometime soon. And Guillermo, yeah, thank you. Yeah, the pain at San Jose was real for sure. Atre, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Yeah, being at 502 and then not being able to win one more round or even tie the other 2 was really sucky. Really sucky. I was pretty disappointed with that. And wow, we have a pretty bad hand here, especially going second. And yeah, then getting 65th was just extra painful. Yeah, getting 65th was just extra pain. It was just salt in the wound. It happens though. It happens. So far this season, I mean this year, I've placed 33rd at one regional and 65th at another one. Okay, an N. Pretty good that my opponent ends us, hopefully into a much better hand. And that's not a much better hand, that's arguably worse. This is arguably a worse hand. Okay, so I'll get another Pikachu, I guess, or a Heatmor. I think Heatmor is better here. And then I think I have to go for Lele here. I'm gonna discard Acerola and one Raichu. Lele is thankfully not priced, and then we're just gonna have to find... I mean, I could Sycamore as well. Sycamore here wouldn't be terrible. Well, Nah, it wouldn't be terrible. 2 Raichu in the discard pile would hurt. However, yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the safe N. What were the prices for 65th place? Nothing at all. I got 0 prizes for my 65th place. I got 40 championship points, and that was it. Electech, my Greninja deck list that I played in London, I uploaded to my Tablemon Facebook page, so you can check it out there. Okay, this is an awful N. This is actually an awful N. Do I want another Pikachu here? I think so. Thankfully my opponent didn't attach energy, so our active Pikachu might actually end up surviving. Could Max Potion Ninja actually be good? It could be. 2 Hammer is the new standard Ninja. Max Potion could be good. However, it's like you would be adding dead cards, just like the Enhanced Hammers. But Enhanced Hammers help you survive the early game as well. Whereas Max Potions would just be probably a win more card. And yeah, some of the day 2 players in Memphis will not get any money. That's brutal. That is actually brutal. It already happened at Fort Wayne where 1 player didn't get anything. And now it's gonna be more than 1 for sure. Now it's actually gonna be more than 1. Because there's over 900 masters registered. So day 2 will probably have 35 to 40 players perhaps. Depending on ties, of course. Okay, so there's Zygarde. And there's the Cellstorm knockout. And now, both of my opponent's Pokemon have Float Stone. So my Counter Catcher, double tails. Okay. So nothing is going right for us today. Nothing is going right for us. I could have paralyzed the Zygarde. I don't know. There's a Strong. He didn't even need the Strong to get a knockout. There's a Lancerath, and yeah, things are not looking good here, guys. Things are not looking good. I'm just gonna play Victini. And we top deck the DC we might have needed the previous turn. I wouldn't mind 2-hit KOing the Zygarde. So I'll just pass here. And yeah, things are not looking good for us right now. There's Lycanroc, so he goes after Pikachu, unsurprisingly. We need to top deck a Sycamore, that's the only thing that could help us here. He just outright attached another energy to Zygarde. What is this? Okay, so we can actually punish that with Tapu Lele potentially. We still haven't lost. We essentially have not lost. Move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, no way for us to get the knockout. Never mind. I'll shuffle 3 Pokemon. Back these 3. And maybe we can do something here. If my opponent decides to retreat, we can still go after the Zygarde with the DC and Counter Catcher we have in our hand. Oh boy, this is gonna be very difficult to pull off for sure. Very, very difficult to pull off for sure. Okay. Okay, Enhanced Hammer. So, oof. Victini has 70 HP. Okay, so my opponent does have the 2-hit KO on the Lele. And we get a Ninja Boy. Does that help us in any way? Probably not. I mean, I could Jirachi here. I could actually set up Jirachi. That could maybe buy me a turn. But I think I'd rather just go for the knockout on the Zygarde. Then maybe I can Jirachi next turn. Let's see what we get for our prize cards. Sycamore. The Sycamore we really needed. Way earlier. But yeah, my opponent gets a knockout here. He has the knockout on the Victini, although, yeah, the issue is we can't pick up both Victinis. That Victini I can transform into Xurkitree and therefore prevent any damage from being dealt. However, my opponent's now down to one prize card. And then if I Ninja Boy, and then, yeah, this is not looking good at all. Acerola. Acerola is a card. My opponent has 5 special energy in his discard pile. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Acerola the Victini. I'm gonna Field Blower the Brooklet and the Float Stone here. And we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna play down the Victini, then I'm gonna Ninja Boy into Xurkitree. And it's gonna come down to, does my opponent have more basic energy? I mean, if this is the world's list, he has 4 more. So that's not good. He can't Kuzma though. So we might end up having to puzzle for more counter catchers to stall out this match. Oh, he gets rid of another fighting, which is good for us. He gets rid of another fighting energy, which is good for us. Oh, if he finds another strong, that's game, actually. If he finds another strong energy, that's actually game. But no, he attaches a basic energy. That's good for us. That is really good. So Victini will survive with 10 HP. And my opponent, presumably, only has 1 more, or 2 more rather. 2 more basic energy. So now we pass. Now we pass. My opponent shows a surprise face. My opponent shows a surprised face. And now he's figuring out how to deal with this situation. There's Side Guard. There's an Elixir. Does it hit? No, it doesn't. That's good. It does not hit. There's a Choice Band. He removes Choice Band from the active to have access to Float Stone potentially, and to draw more cards with Abyssal Hand. And he goes for the Sycamore, so 6, 7, potentially, presumably 2 more energy. And there's the energy. And there's the stadium, so there's a knockout. Nothing we could have done about that. We started pretty awful. Pretty awful. And there's a knockout for my opponent for the win. So very close. I think we could have had a chance when we didn't have such an awful start. But yeah, this will be all from me today, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, from being here with me. Tomorrow we will have a Spanish stream, probably featuring the same 2 decks, although they're not the most entertaining, definitely. At least Wailord. Wailord isn't the most entertaining. This one has more movement, but Wailord is just not too interactive, so I don't know. We'll figure it out tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Fever Big, thanks so much for subscribing, and I will see you guys, some of you guys, probably tomorrow, and then on Friday, if I do end up streaming, we will have viewer battles as promised. Okay, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.